toured throughout the whole Castel St. Angelo, and honestly, it just was absolutely incredible and more breathtaking getting to experience it in person. When you're in a classroom, you're kind of just looking at images and you don't really feel the impact of how important it is to like take in the present moment of actually being immersed in it. Being able to come and see it, I feel so grateful, and it's really just such an experience that you want to take in fully.
You can look around and not just see the objects themselves, but to kind of form that personal connection with an object and the items around you.
Castel Sant'Angelo is a multi-layered structure because we have an ancient Roman mausoleum, the Mausoleum of Hadrian, that has been transformed into a fortress from the late Middle Ages to the Renaissance. Recognizing the layers teaches students to understand which parts belong to which historical period.
The coolest thing that I saw today was for sure the old library of the Pope. I just loved seeing the old pagan drawings now being incorporated and reused, especially for a new religious site like Christianity.
Sometimes we go to museums and we see works of art that are in a museum but completely out of their context.
Just experiencing the reality of how big a statue might be, or just like the real like finishing on a painting. You actually get to take in those minor details that a textbook or being in a classroom can't deliver to you.
I'm super into art history and, you know, its intersection with religion, so that was just amazing to see in person. Definitely something that you couldn't capture even on camera.
With the field studies in Rome, students are able to understand why that painting was painted for that person and is in that place. Same with the sculptures as well.
Like the sheer like value that I saw in like the paintings and stuff like that, like all the pieces in there are really like timeless, I just think that like the sheer value that I just saw in that place and that exhibit was something that really stood out to me.
Today in the Galleria Doria Pamphili, we went to see and visit an art collection with important works by Caravaggio, but also the way that the people lived in this palazzo in the 16th and 17th centuries, and the way they decorated their homes and what kind of art they chose to exhibit.
It's like right there in front of me on the canvas. I feel way more immersed in it, like studying them when I'm actually here in the museum. I'm an art history major, so I've been studying these for the past 3 years of my college education. So being here in Rome and seeing them, it's just like a whole nother level of all the things that I've seen, noticed, been tested on. I know all of them, and I'm bringing that background knowledge into all of the paintings I'm seeing here, but especially the ones that I'm recognizing.
For me, I feel like I'm someone that not struggles, but has a little bit more challenge in terms of learning when, I'm just staring at it in a textbook, and it can be kind of daunting to just stare at a page. But I do a lot better, learning on site, I think. And I think, being in Rome and, learning in that way, taking a class in that way where I can go visit the actual, paintings that we study, sculptures that we study, it really, benefits my experience in the classroom. And I think that, being on site, I can associate, that experience with the unit that say we go over, and it's really, really helpful for me to, for that stuff to sort of stick in my brain.
It's a surreal experience, especially knowing everything that I know about the painters, the movements, all the details of things that you wouldn't even know unless a teacher was telling you or you read in a textbook. The amount of readings I've done on some of these paintings is insane, and then I'm just standing there seeing it in front of me, and that's literally the paint that Caravaggio touched and the panels that he painted on, which is insane.
You cannot talk about the history or even the existence of Italian food without visiting a market. It's important to see that here we still have proper markets on a daily basis. It's important to see where the ingredients are coming from, because we have the good ingredients, and we go always for seasonal fruits and vegetables. We like to go for local things because we have a great variety in Italy. The biodiversity in this country is so vast that you can eat something different on a daily basis.
I saw a bunch of unique foods that I probably wouldn't see back home. I really liked seeing the fresh fruit. Obviously, that's familiar. Seeing all the diced meat was also something really cool, along with the different types of cheeses, and it was really cool how you could see how they prepare it and slice it.
So we went to a market with our class. It was awesome. I love to see like all the different varieties of food that they have, and being able to try the cheeses and the meats today were awesome. I love the flavors here, so like I feel like everything's very fresh and yummy to eat.
The difference between Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano. There are those two hard cheeses that you see over there. The students, they were trying different types of cheeses and cured meats, especially two cheeses that are quite quintessential being in Rome. So the Parmigiano Reggiano, that is the classic cheese that we grate on any Roman pasta recipes, unless it's a Roman one. And for that one, you need the Pecorino Romano. So different milk, we're talking about sheep milk.
Obviously, like, it's nice to hear from our professors and like their point of views in the classroom, but I love, like, I'm a very visual person, so like just seeing the things and communicating with the people there, like the people that are selling the food and such, that's my favorite part. I'm trying to learn a little bit of Italian, so like I didn't do it much today, but when I go on my own, I think I'll try it a lot more just to communicate and kind of like hear their backstory as well.
At the supermarket, there's no personal relationship with anybody if you don't want to. While here, you have to confront people, and you can ask for the origin of fruits, of vegetables. You can taste them.
It's been great. When I go into like a market, or if I go into like gelateria and like restaurants, I just like to communicate with the people, and I just like to connect with people. Like, that's my favorite part. So I feel like the field study just helped me like enhance my ability to connect with the people there at the market and just chatting with them and getting to know them and their story a lot more too.
So textbooks really cool to see the history, but like pictures online and like a textbook don't do the justice of like the different monuments. You can look at pictures and online tours all you want, but it's nothing what it's actually like when you see it in person. I'm having a blast trying new foods that I probably wouldn't have at home and having a great time.
It's really exciting to be in a new city and kind of being able to learn about myself and who I am on my own in this new environment, in this new place.
So I'm very grateful that I'm able to do this, and this experience has opened my eyes up.
I feel like I'm definitely getting to know myself better, coming here alone, being in a completely different country, and traveling for the first time, doing all of these experiences on my own has just been a very formative experience.
It's so cool, and I'm so thankful for it. I love it so much, truly. Studying abroad is, honestly, it's already changed my life so much. I feel like the happiest person alive, honestly.